Hello traders, welcome to marketaddiction.blogspot.com. This is a video for Tuesday, February the 3rd, 2009. Got a pretty good update today in the markets. The Dow closed up 141 points, the Nasdaq was up 21, and the S&P 500 was up 13. Looking at a daily chart here of the S&P 500, you can see that we are still below this declining 50-day moving average, and we still have a 10-day moving average below a 20-day moving average, which is below the 50-day moving average. So they're all still pointing to the downside. It's still possible that we could come down and hit these lows of last year. If you look at the 60-minute time frame, you can see that it looks like we're maybe starting to put in a higher low, which maybe makes the case for a possible triangle pattern setting up. Looking at the 10-minute time frame, the last 2 days we have been putting in a series of higher lows. We came up and tested this 5-day moving average. It acted as resistance, as I had pointed out in yesterday's video. In order to continue to the upside, we're going to have to get above this, maybe see a pullback down to it, and then a further break to the upside. Going over some of the individual stocks that I pointed out yesterday. The first one was CZZ. I said that we had to get above this level right here in order to make this a good long setup. Looking at the 30-minute time frame, you can see that we just made it above this level, pulled back a little bit, and if we start to get a break back above this level, I think it would be a good buying opportunity with a stop below this level here, or maybe for the more aggressive traders for a stop below this level right here. I did not enter this trade today. As I posted earlier in my blog, volume was really light today. The market internals weren't as strong as I would have liked to have seen, so I was kind of hesitant of making any purchases to the long side. But if the market continues to show some strength, this will definitely be one of the first ones that I'm looking at. I'd also mentioned ELN. ELN also had broken past this level here. I was waiting to see a little bit further retracement closer to this 5-day moving average, which didn't happen today. It showed pretty good strength all day. I also didn't enter this stock because, like I mentioned, the market internals and the volume to the upside just wasn't there, so I wasn't wanting to enter any new long positions. I think if you did enter this stock, it should still show some good upside potential if the market does rally, but I would suggest moving stops down to below this previous lower or higher high here. Another stock that was on my list was PRE. This stock had a huge gap down this morning, and then it rallied up quickly on fairly high volume. This must have been some type of news play. I didn't check the news to see what kind of information was maybe out about it. I want to take this one off my list. I won't be watching this one anymore. Also mentioned INFA. This one got right around down to the level that I had mentioned. Didn't really break down through it, so I didn't enter this stock. If it gets back down below here, it could still be a pretty good short candidate. But after doing my scans this evening, I found a few more setups that I think provide a better risk-reward ratio than this one. I'm still going to keep my eyes on it, but I'm looking at some different setups as well. One of the first of the new setups I found was FII, which is a column alongside. This stock here has put in a couple higher lows. It used the 50-day moving average as support, which is starting to flatten out. Looking at the 60-minute time frame, you can see that we've been in a pretty steady uptrend. We have an inclining 5-day moving average. Zoomed in to the 10-minute time frame, I think that a break above this level right here could bring in some more buyers. with maybe a stop below this level here. I think you very easily get up to this 2140 level, or zoomed out to the daily time frame. I think that it could even make it up to this previous high, which would put us around the 2350 level. So there would be a pretty good risk-reward ratio there to the upside. Another one on my list is FSS, which is a call on the short side. We have a flat 50-day moving average. We have a lower high on the daily time frame. Zoomed in to the 60-minute, you can see that we do have this declining 5-day moving average. We're putting in another lower high. You go in a little bit farther to the 10-minute, you can see over the last 2 days we've been in a sideways consolidating pattern. So I think a break below this level here could bring in some more sellers. As far as profit target on this, I believe we could come back down and retest the lows right around this $5.50 level. Another one on my list is CRK. Very similar setup as the last one. We have a lower high on the daily time frame. The 50-day moving average acted as resistance. It is also starting to decline. Zoomed into the 60-minute time frame, you can see that we've been putting in these lower highs. We have a declining 5-day moving average. Zoomed into the 10-minute time frame, I believe a break below this level right here would continue the short-term downtrend. Looking for a profit target on this, I believe it could come down to right around this $29 level, maybe even a little bit lower, down to this $24.50 area. Another stock on my list, this is a call on the long side, GGB. We have a higher low. The stock found support at the flattening 50-day moving average. Zoomed into the 60-minute time frame. 5-day moving average is starting to flatten out. We've had a lot of consolidation in here. I believe if we can get back above this level here, we could find some more buyers. That put us about this level right here, right around 690, 685, 690. This is a little bit more of a longer term play. This one might take another day or two to develop. I think we could see this eventually come back up to the $8.30 level, which would give us a pretty good risk-reward ratio as well. And as always, be sure to check my blog to view some of the other stocks that are on my watch list. Check out some of the additional links to the side. Have a great day and stop back.